Hello Explorers, welcome back. So we are going to do September paycheck number 2. I am not going to have the change that I need, which means we're going to have to condense where possible because I'm going to need singles. I went to the bank to pull out money for September paycheck number 1, September paycheck number 2, September paycheck number 3, because I pull out both weeks at the same time, and a collab pay, paycheck, not collab pay, Etsy pay. And I had listed on there 121 singles that I needed between like Uno, savings challenges, cash stuffings, etc. for those 3 things. And he was like, they even went and looked in the vault and they were like, we have 21 singles. Like we can fill the 21, but we can't do the 100. And that was amongst all the cashiers and the vault. I couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. So we are severely lacking in singles. So I'm going to have to cash condense wherever I can. So yeah. So the whole thing kind of got screwed up. If I need other change like 5s or 10s or whatever, I do have a stack of money over here that is for next week's paycheck. Because again, I pull both paychecks at the same time since my husband is paid bi-weekly and I split it in half. I pulled this week and next week because technically we are paid both of them at the same time. And I have Etsy pay over here. So if I need to make other change like 5s, 10s, 20s, I can. It's just singles that I don't have. So I'm going to have to cash condense wherever possible. But yeah, I think I should have 1223 here if I... 1223? No, it should be 1223. It was 1248, but I already pulled out the 25 for Uno and put that in the Uno envelope so that we don't accidentally spend it on savings challenges. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. 700, 800, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 20, 40, 60, so $1,060 so far, 70, 80, 90, 1,100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,200, I think I counted those right, I might have skipped at one. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, yeah, I must have messed up counting one of the 5s, because I'm exactly 5 off. I hope, otherwise one of these other paycheck ones is going to be messed up. But that's okay, it's only $5, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's go straight into my bills. Move this over a little bit. Okay, so mortgage is getting 651. So that's all the hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50, and 1. And I already know I'm going to get those rude comments that are like, why would you put 651 in there? Why such an odd amount? Well, because, Susan, I cannot control how much my mortgage is. If I only put 650 in there, I'm not going to have enough. And I know it sounds crazy, but I literally get that comment every time I do an odd amount in one of my bills. As if I can control how much my bills are. It's crazy, you guys. People are so bored on TikTok sometimes. Never any of my followers. You guys are great. It's just the random people that TikTok shows my stuff to that don't need to see my stuff. So no mortgage, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 20, 16, 40, 16, 50, 16, 52. And I'm actually going to take 2 of these 50s and swap them for this 100 that's over here. Because since they couldn't do the 100 singles, he just gave me a $100 bill. So I need to like slowly break that down wherever I can. And so that's a good start. We've broken it down to 50s. Now if we can break those, I can break one of those 50s down even further. Perfect. Because it's a big jump between 100 singles and a $100 bill. So I'm actually just going to leave this right here. This is the 100 singles that we've now broken down to a 50, 2 20s, and a 10. So trash is getting $50, and this is because I had mentioned that I had a fee on my trash I don't remember where it came from, but I had like a $200 and something fine, or not fine. I shouldn't say fine. It's not a fine. It was a $250 fee or something. I want to say it was like a deposit that they never actually charged me. Because we don't get paper bills, but we also don't get digital bills. Like, you just have to log in and pay. It's really weird. It's really messed up the way that it's set up. There's actually it was actually in the news how bad the trash system is here. So yeah, we're going to put $50 in there so we can cut into that amount that I owe. I already paid a good amount of it. HOA, we're going to put 13 in there like usual, and ooh, we can get some ones from this. So 10, 11, 12, 13, but let's condense this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is so nice. And let's condense it further. So, cool. I don't need to condense that any further. I could, but I don't need to. So that is good. Progressive, which is my car insurance. I was putting 28 in here, but I just realized that I only need to put 26 because I thought my bill was 110. My bill is actually 108. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to condense it. So in Progressive, we have 20, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, and 4. $54 of the 108 that is needed for next month's bill. HOA fine. Oh, I'm sorry. Ford. There is no money in Ford. I took the money out. I made the payment this morning. I was going to stuff 200 in there, which would have completed it. Rather than pulling that money out and then putting it back, I just put the money back and made the payment. And so I took 200 less out of the bank. HOA man is my HOA fine. I get asked this every single video. The fine is because my backyard is not completed. And per my contract of when I built my house, I was to have my backyard completed within 1 year of closing on my house, and I don't have it done, so they charge me every single Friday. But if you guys notice, there's no money here. I finally went to the HOA office and made that, and paid $275 towards it, so I have a $150 balance. So we are putting in the 25 for this week's, because again, I get charged 25 every Friday. So this will keep that 150 from getting any higher because I'm keeping up on what is coming in, but I'm putting an additional $20 in there to cut into that 150. So as long as I put in 25 every week, the 150 won't go any higher. I mean, it will, but I'm covering that. And then I'm putting in extra so that I can cut that 150 down. So once I make that payment, I will owe 130. Yes, I will owe 130. So that is it for bills. That is not even where that binder goes, you guys. Okay. Let me grab my wallet. And I get asked every time, where's your wallet from? My wallet is from Baddies and Budgets. And she's come out with some new ones, and I think I might buy her new one. Because the new one is, it's not a purse, like with a chain or anything. It's just like a wallet, and I like that because I can throw that into my camera bag. So I'll probably grab that. I will say the only downfall to this bag is that these pockets for the debit cards get really loose after a lot of wear. And so my cards were falling out, which is why my cards are now on this side, because I hadn't been using these, and these ones are a lot tighter. So yeah, these, you can see how loose they got after a lot of wear. So grocery is going to get 150. So 100, 140, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. There is a reason I do it in ones, and it's because of the supermarket sweep. Wow, I could do the rest of mine though. Gas is going to get 50. And that 150 for grocery is actually going to go right back into the bank account because I went grocery shop. I went to the bank and then I went straight to the grocery store because we had nothing. I couldn't wait until after I filmed this. But I put it on my credit card because we've been doing really, really well. So I use my credit card to pay for the groceries, and then I will deposit this money and I will just pay it off. Now, for those of you that are going to wonder, like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of going to the bank, having to deposit every time you make a purchase on your debit card. I don't. So the thing is, I almost always have money in my Collab Pay account because Collab payments come in so sporadically, and sometimes they're a lot, sometimes they're a little, but I always withdraw them as $500. But I don't withdraw them until I'm ready to do a cash stuffing with it. So there's always pretty much money sitting in that account that doesn't get touched. So what I will do, more than likely, is instead of taking this money back to the bank and depositing it, I will put this money in an envelope. All of my envelopes are labeled. All of my bank envelopes, like I have savings challenges, so that I know what each one is. And so what I'll do is this money will go into the Collab envelope, and I'll just make that credit card payment with the Collab Pay account. So next time I'm ready to do a Collab Pay video, instead of withdrawing the money out of the account, it's in this envelope. I hope that makes sense. But that's how I do a lot of mine, so that I don't have to go to the bank a gazillion times. Most people will do that if they have a buffer. And a buffer is just money that you have in your account that you're able to use to fund digital purchases so that you don't have to constantly go to the bank. I don't really have a buffer, but I do have my Collab Pay account that always has money in it. So I'm able to use it as a buffer. And as long as that money is getting replaced, which that's just it, I don't replace it into the bank account. I just put it in this envelope and then I cash stuff it. Otherwise, I'd have to go deposit this cash, make that payment, and then I'd turn around and pull money out of my Collab Pay account to do a cash stuffing. It just saves me those 2 trips to the bank. Takeout is also going to get 50, and that is the last 50. And then my husband, normally I do alternating every other week. I do 20 or 10 and 15, but they changed his training schedule. He's not supposed to go to training today. Today's supposed to be his day off, but they have a special training they have to get done, and it's scheduled for today. So he has training this week, and instead he has next week's training off, which means I couldn't just put 10 in here this week and then 15 next week. I have to put the full 25 in this week. And then I don't have to put anything in next week. So we're just going to put 25 into this so that he has money for lunch. Because I never quite know where they're going. Sometimes they go to like In-N-Out and he only spends like $9. Sometimes they go get sushi. Like I just never know. So that is it for the Paycheck cash stuffing. And I will see you guys back here for either games or saving challenges. I think I'm going to do games first. But maybe I'll do savings challenges. So the problem is I have new games, or a new game, and it's in my mailbox. But it's so hot, and I forgot to pick it up on the way home, that I don't want to get in the car, drive around to the other side of my neighborhood, get the game. So maybe I just won't do it in this cash stuffing. Maybe I'll wait and I'll do it next week. I'm terrible at checking my mail. If they don't bring it to my house, I more than likely am not going to go get it, because it's just... our mailboxes are so far and it's so hot, and I just don't want to do it. So I will see you guys back here for whatever the next video is that I'm going to record. So until next time, bye.